Okay, chapter 4. So let's just recap. In the last uh, chapter, the mother-in-law Naomi tells Russ to make this whole interesting thing with Boaz, that he should go and sleep in the same place as him and try to get him to marry him. And Boaz says that it's correct that he's a goyal, he's a redeemer, but there's someone who is even a closer relative, and only if that closer relative is going to refuse to redeem the field and to marry Rus, would he do it himself. So the parak starts, Boaz Allah Shar Vayeshev Sham, and Boaz went to the Shar, literally the gate, and he sat there. So the Shar really means that at the gate of the city was the place of judgment, the Jewish court, and that's where the distinguished members of the city would sit. So he went over there to sit. And the Redeemer, that we said before, there was a relative that was even closer, closer relative to Naomi. He was passing by. Ashadiba Boaz, that Boaz spoke about him. And Boaz tells this closer relative, "Oh, come, go, stop going, and come down. Sit down, Pliny Almighty." Calls him Pliny Almighty, which means like Pliny means someone, a random person. It doesn't specify who it was. So it doesn't specify what's the name of this closer relative, and there are different reasons that commentaries give why he doesn't. They don't give that the name of that person. Some people say because he didn't act properly, because really the proper thing would have been that he should have married Rus, since he was the relative, and there was always a tradition even before the Torah that if someone dies without children, a relative would marry that woman in order to for the family to continue. Um, and because of that, we don't mention his name and we just call him Pliny Almighty. Okay, Vayasar Vayeshev, and that Pliny Almighty, that person stopped walking and he sat down. Vayikach Asara Nashim Viziknir, and Boaz took 10 people from that city, from the elders of the city. Vayem sit down and basically act as judges. Vayeshevu, when those judges sat down. Vayem Girl, and he told the Redeemer, this closer relative, Chalkas Asada Shalachina Lemelech, this portion of the field for Avimelech, Machra, he it was put out for sale, meaning to say that Nami Hashavim is Moav, Nami, who was returning from Moav, from the fields of Moav, she inherited a piece of land from this family, and she doesn't have any money, and because of that, she has to sell it, and it's up for sale now. As we mentioned a few times in the previous chapters, that the law is that when someone sells their portion in Eretz Yisrael, in the land of Israel, a relative is the one that has the opportunity, and is the one that should, if he could afford it, he's the one that should redeem the field. Like this, the field stays at least in the family. Vani Amarti, and I will say, Egla Zacha, reveal your ears, basically listen, Lamer, Knei Neged, go acquire the field in the presence Hayoshvim, of the people who are sitting, the judges, the 10 judges, Veneged Zikni Ami, and against and before the elders of my nation. So he's making this appeal that this Pliny Almighty, this person, this close relative, should redeem the field. Like this, the field should stay in the family. If you redeem, it should be redeemed. And if you do not redeem, Hagida Livaeda, go tell me, and it'll be known to me. Legal, that there's no one besides for me to redeem. And I'll have to redeem the field because I'm the closer relative after you. And the person said, no, I will redeem the field. So now this relative is saying that I will redeem his field. So what is he agreeing to? He's agreeing to pay money to get this field, and it should stay in the family. However, the custom always was that if someone in the family doesn't have children, that someone in the family should someone who's a relative should marry him. Like this, there's continuity in the family. Now, in the Torah, there's something called yibum. Yibum means that if someone's, let's say, a brother dies without children, and so there's a widow, so the brother of the person who died marries her. So this was a custom even before the Torah applied. But before the Torah, it wasn't just in that case such an immediate relative. It was a general thing that if there's someone in the family and someone died, that someone in the family should try to, a cousin or whatever it is, to try to continue on that legacy. So he did not take into account that if he's redeeming the field, he also has to marry Rus to continue the legacy of the family. And the day that you acquire the field from Nami, and from Rus the Moabite, that because she is the widow of Machlin, which was one of the sons of Nami, so she has a portion of the field. You also marry the wife of the dead person of Machlin. That's part of the gula. It's part of the redeeming. That's part of continuing the family. To put the name of the dead person on his inheritance to continue on the family. And the Goyal, the Redeemer, says this close relative, legally, I cannot redeem Panashkas of Chalasi, for I will imperil my own inheritance, which means I will hurt my family. It's not going to be good for me. Why is he so hesitant to marry her? What is he saying? It's going to imperil my family. So there's different explanations. There's some that explain that he was very hesitant to marry someone from a Moabite lineage, from not Jewish lineage, which really wasn't the proper thing, because since she was sincere in her desire to live as a Jewish person, there's really no problem, and it was really like Boaz was constantly saying that it was very, very special the way she was acting, and this, that she wanted to marry into the family, was even more special than this, that he wanted to, that she agreed to come to Israel and leave her family. So whatever the reason was that he didn't want to marry, he didn't want to marry, and he wasn't able to redeem the field. So he says, "Gal go, you redeem." He tells Boaz, "You redeem. You're the relative after me, because I cannot redeem." And this is a practice which was always by Jewish people. Alagula for redeeming fields, Balatmura for switching. And business, when you switch something, when you make a kinyan, as it's called, you make an acquisition. The kayim kol davar, to make everything uphold. Shalaf ish nale, that a person, the custom was, you take off the shoe, but nas nareo. That means you take off a shoe and you give it to your friend. You give him an object that you own, and through this giving over an object, in this case a shoe, this is testimony in Israel, and this is testimony that the sale, the acquisition, is actually carrying through. And this is like a sign. For example, this is similar to, let's say, in handshake. It's a symbolic action that shows transfer of ownership. And the Redeemer told Vayas, I'll let you do the kinyan, I'll let you do the acquisition. Yishap Naloi, and he took off his shoe to to show that he wants to make this acquisition, to buy a field and to marry. And Boaz told all the elders and the whole nation, you are all witnesses today, ki kanisik, for I acquired this kol sheli melech, everything that belongs to Abimelech, and everything that belongs to Chilyon and Machlon, miyad Nami, from the hand of Nami. So I acquire everything from Nami, which was the mother-in-law. And also Ruth the Moabite, Ashes Machlon, the husband of Mach, the wife of Machlon, Kanisi Lili Isha, I am acquiring for a wife, just like the Yibum, which was brought in Torah. So too, to continue on the legacy of the dead of the husband. This is through acquiring the field and through continuing the family through marrying. And the name of the dead should not be cut off from his brothers, from the gate of his place. And you are all witnesses to this that is transpiring right now. And all the nation said, which was at the gate of Canaan, and the elders, Aden, we are all witnesses that this is transpiring, and we are blessing him like this. Yitain Hashem es Isha Habal al Hashem should give, God should give the woman that's coming to your house, Kirachel Kalea, should be like Rachel and Leah. These are the two of the matriarchs, and we're comparing this Rus who's marrying to Rachel, that she should be like Rachel and Leah, these two matriarchs. So, which from the two of them, that the house of Israel was built. And she should be successful, Befrasa, and that's the name of the family, across shame, and you should cross shame, meaning that they should call name literally, but means that they should have children, they should continue on the legacy of Beis Lachem, and the Beis Lachem, that's where the place where they're from. Vehi Veischak Veis Peretz, and your house should be like Peretz, which Peretz was from Yehuda. Ashiyalda Summer, the Yehuda, which Summer bore to Yehuda, Minazara, from the children, Ashayitin Hashem, that God will give Minanarozes from this young woman. Vayikach Boaz as Rus v'tiva leisha, and Boaz took Rus, and she became a wife. Vayaviela, they were together. Vayitina Hashem lo hirayin, and she became pregnant. Vatelet bein, and she bore a son. Marna Nashim el Nami, and the woman told Nami, the mother-in-law, the old mother-in-law, Baruch Hashem, blessed be God Hishbis, who did not cut off he did not cut off a redeemer today. So now you have continuity. Now, even though your son died, but there's continuity through this daughter-in-law. Now that she bore a son, Meikari Shemai be Yisrael, and he should bear a name in Israel. And now you would have a remembrance for your family, for forever, for eternity. And it should be for you a returning of the soul, a life restorer. To sustain your old age. For your daughter-in-law, which he loved, gave birth. And it's good for you. Mishiva Banim. She's better than seven sons, since she's continuing on this family. Atikach Nami, and Nami took Asayela, the child, that she sayu the she put him in her bosom. And she became she started raising. She became the person who would who would raise the son. So she felt she's so close to her, she felt that she was continuing on the family. And the neighbors would say, Yulad Bein Nami. Nami had a child, even though she wasn't blood related. And they called the name of the child Ovid. Who Ava Yishai? He's the father of Yishai, which was Avi David, which was the father of David. Ve'ela Toldes Peretz. Now Peretz was the son of Yehuda, which was one of the tribes. So Peretz Heldis Chetzrein, and Chetzrein Heldis to Ram. Chetzrein gave birth to Ram. Ram Heldis Aminadav. Ram gave birth to Aminadav. Aminadav Heldis Nachshin. Aminadav gave birth to Nachshin, which was a Nasi, a leader of the tribe of Yehuda in the time of that they left Mitzrayim. And Nachshin Heldis Salma. And Nachshin gave birth to Salma. The Salmon Herodis Bias. Salmon gave birth to Bias. Bias Herodis Yishai. Bias gave birth to Bias Herodis Ovid. Bias gave birth to Ovid. But Ovid Herodis Yishai. And Ovid gave birth to Yishai. The Yishai Herodis David. And Yishai gave birth to David. So we're giving over the genealogy, how from this Moabite woman, really the David dynasty came to be. For Boaz was the great grandfather of David, because Boaz's son was Ovid, his grandson was Yishai, and his great grandson was King David.